offensive rebound against Indiana, something Connecticut did very well in the first quarter of game one. Here's Clark, 3 to shoot. Gonna have to hoist from the logo. An air ball. And Clark wanted a foul. Felt like Bonner ran into her. But a shot clock violation.
Hey, basketball fans. Welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the hottest stories in the WNBA. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss any of our updates. Today, we're breaking down a wild moment in the WNBA that's got everyone talking. DeWanna Bonner's so-called attack on Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever on live TV, and the instant regret that followed. Or did it? Let's unpack this drama, separate fact from fiction, and explore what really went down. Buckle up, this is going to be a wild ride. First off, let's set the stage. DeWanna Bonner, a 6-time WNBA All-Star and 2-time champion, is no stranger to the spotlight.
We are in clutch time now. New York has been the steady team leading that. Bonner drills a three! It's the first lead for Connecticut since the first minute of the game.
With a Hall of Fame-worthy career, she's been a force in the league since 2009, racking up points and playoff appearances like nobody's business. Caitlin Clark, on the other hand, is the electrifying superstar who's taken the WNBA by storm. As the Indiana Fever's young phenom, Clark's brought unprecedented attention to the team, filling arenas and boosting TV ratings. So when these two crossed paths, sparks were bound to fly. But did Bonner really attack Clark and the Fever on live TV? And what's this about instant regret? Let's dive into the timeline. The story starts in the 2024 WNBA playoffs, specifically Game 2 of the first-round series between the Indiana Fever and Bonner's former team, the Connecticut Sun. Emotions were running high. It's the playoffs, after all. During the first half, Clark, then a rookie, was battling it out on the court. She launched a deep three-pointer, and as she came down, she felt Bonner, the Suns' defensive ace, didn't give her enough space to land. Clark hit the deck and immediately pleaded with the refs for a foul call. Bonner, not having it, got in Clark's face, and things got chippy. Clark gave Bonner a one-handed shove, and Bonner responded by swiping at Clark's arm. Words were exchanged, and the refs had to step in to cool things down. The moment was caught on national TV, and social media went wild. Fans called it a clash of titans, veteran versus rookie, fire versus fire. But was this an attack? Not quite. It was more like a heated moment between two fiercely competitive players. Still, this incident laid the groundwork for the drama that would unfold later. Fast forward to the 2025 offseason. Bonner, now a free agent, shocked the WNBA world by signing a one-year deal with the Indiana Fever, joining forces with Clark. The move raised eyebrows, especially after their playoff dust-up. At her introductory press conference, Bonner addressed the incident with a smile, saying, "It's playoffs, so emotions are high, but I couldn't be more excited to step on the court with Caitlin." Clark echoed the sentiment, praising Bonner's leadership and championship experience, saying, "I want to win for her. She deserves it." It seemed like the perfect marriage, a veteran leader joining a young, hungry team with a superstar in Clark. Fans were hyped, and the Fever's front office was banking on Bonner to help push the team into title contention. So, where did it all go wrong? Bonner's time with the Fever started strong. In the season opener, she made history, moving into third place on the WNBA's all-time scoring list. Clark, mic'd up during the game, was caught urging her teammates to help Bonner get the record, showing early chemistry, but as the season progressed, cracks began to show. Bonner, who'd been a starter for most of her career, was moved to the bench in favor of Lexi Hull. Her minutes dwindled and her production dipped, averaging just 7.1 points and 3.8 rebounds per game, far below her career norms. By June 10th, 2025, Bonner was listed as not with team, personal reasons. She missed 5 games, and rumors swirled that she was unhappy with her role. Reports from Front Office Sports claim Bonner had no interest in returning to the Fever and was seeking a trade, preferably to the Phoenix Mercury, where she'd won 2 titles, or the Atlanta Dream, where her fiancé, Alyssa Thomas, played. On June 25th, 2025, the Fever waived Bonner, unable to find a trade partner. The move sent shockwaves through the WNBA. Fans and analysts speculated about what went wrong. Some pointed to the Fever's young core, including Clark and Aaliyah Boston, dominating the spotlight and minutes. Others, like USA Today's Christine Brennan, suggested Bonner struggled with the white-hot attention surrounding Clark. Brennan claimed Bonner was unable to deal with that spotlight. Instead of loving it, it got to her. This narrative fueled headlines about Bonner abandoning Clark and the Fever, with some YouTube channels and social media posts exaggerating the story, claiming Bonner attacked Clark and the team on live TV before regretting it. But let's be real. There's no evidence of Bonner attacking anyone on live TV in 2025. The attack seems to be a sensationalized reference to the 2024 playoff incident blown out of proportion to fit a dramatic narrative. So where does the instant regret come from? Some sources, like YouTube videos with clickbait titles, suggested Bonner regretted leaving the Fever after Emma Miesemann, another star forward, reportedly joined the team. The idea was that Bonner jumped ship too soon, missing out on a potential championship run with Clark and Miesemann. But here's the thing. Bonner's comments after signing with the Phoenix Mercury tell a different story. She said, "It's home. I know I'm going to get the love, the support. I'm just excited to be back." Far from regret, Bonner sounded relieved to return to a familiar environment where she could play a bigger role. Plus, the Fever's decision to waive her and sign Ari McDonald, a young guard who'd impressed in a brief stint, suggested the team was ready to move on too. McDonald averaged 11.0 points in her 3 games with the Fever, filling a defensive need that Bonner, in her limited role, wasn't meeting. Now let's talk about that 2024 incident again, because it's been dragged back into the spotlight. Another layer to this story involves a confrontation between Bonner and journalist Christine Brennan after a game between the Fever and the Sun. During that game, Bonner's teammate DeWanna Carrington accidentally caught Clark in the eye while deflecting a pass. Brennan asked Carrington if she intended to hit Clark, which sparked a tense exchange. Bonner, fiercely loyal, approached Brennan afterwards saying, "You disrespected my teammate." She repeated it multiple times, standing up for Carrington. Brennan later wrote in her book, On Her Game, Caitlin Clark and the Revolution in Women's Sports, that the conversation was tense but professional, with no raised voices. This moment has been cited as evidence of Bonner's attack on Clark, but it's clear she was defending her teammate, not targeting Clark or the Fever. Still, the incident added fuel to the narrative of Bonner as a confrontational figure, which followed her to Indiana and resurfaced when she left. So did Bonner really regret her actions? The evidence says no. Her departure from the Fever seems more about fit than regret. At 37, Bonner's in the twilight of her career, and she likely wanted a role where she could shine, not ride the bench. The Fever, built around Clark and Boston, couldn't offer that. Plus, the intense media scrutiny around Clark, described as a super hot spotlight by Brennan, might have been overwhelming for a veteran used to being the focal point. Bonner's move to Phoenix, where she's a franchise legend, makes sense. It's a place where she can finish her career on her terms, surrounded by familiarity and support. Meanwhile, the Fever are moving forward with a younger roster, and Clark's leadership continues to grow. In April 2025, she called Bonner a selfless leader and said, "She's here to win." Those words now carry a bittersweet irony, but they show there was mutual respect, even if the partnership didn't work out. What's the bigger picture here? This saga highlights the challenges of blending veteran stars with young superstars in the WNBA. Clark's meteoric rise has brought unprecedented attention to the Fever, but it's also created pressure for teammates to adapt to her orbit. Bonner, with her storied career, wasn't ready to play a supporting role, and that's okay. It's not about regret, it's about finding the right fit. The instant regret narrative seems more like clickbait than reality, driven by sensationalized headlines and YouTube titles that exaggerate the truth for views. As fans, we've got to dig deeper and look at the facts, not just the drama. So, what's next for Bonner and the Fever? Bonner's back with the Mercury, where she's likely to thrive in a bigger role. The Fever, meanwhile, are building around Clark, Boston, and new additions like McDonald. Both sides are better off, even if the breakup was messy. And that 2024 playoff shove, it's just a footnote in a competitive rivalry that briefly turned into a partnership. The WNBA thrives on these stories: passion, competition, and redemption. So let's keep watching to see how Bonner and Clark write the next chapter. That's it for today's deep dive, folks. What do you think? Did Bonner really attack Clark? Or is this all overblown? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's get the conversation going. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more WNBA breakdowns. Until next time, stay hoops obsessed, and we'll see you in the next one.